This is your marker day forecast for Monday, April 13th. Purpose of these reports is to show progress that we are making and to be encouraged by how we are doing well at containing the spread of this virus around the world and in our countries. We call it Marker Day. That's the first day World Health Organization said 282 cases in China. And as we track the spread from country to country, as they cross 200, we give it the same day, allows us to track and look for patterns. One of the patterns we immediately see is that there is a curve in the number of new countries coming online. And when that happens in South Korea, other countries follow, cross that 200 caseload. And then we see on March 11th a declaration by the World Health Organization that this is indeed a pandemic. The number we want to look at, two numbers, actually, one of the new locations coming in, that's now dropped off to only 2 new locations in the past week. That's a very encouraging sign. A lot of people want to focus on this cumulative case. That's not what we want to look at. We want to look at the case increase from day to day, percent increase in the number of new cases. And that's a very key factor because we see a change here, larger numbers going up. But then in the last 2 weeks, just steady decline worldwide, down to 4.51% worldwide today, and that is very encouraging. In the marker day concept, we saw that each country would seem to come to a place where the percent increase would slow, it would reach a high, big numbers there, reach a high, then start to slow down from there. There would be a case increase peak, and then it slowed down from there. If we took those two numbers together, we noticed in the early days that if we added them together, we found that something in around the 3% or lower coming up on the day of those two totals. So that's very encouraging. We saw that in China, by day 34, they dropped under 1% increase and stayed there. South Korea, same kind of thing. We took day 7 where they hit the highest, day 12, highest cases, day 19, and yes, indeed, 1.77. And then we saw some changes going under 1, coming back up, but then on April 2nd, under 1% and staying there. So that's a very encouraging sign as well. Italy took much longer to get to day 13, 26%. Day 27 to hit the highest case increase. That gave them a marker day of day 40. We expected under 4% in the 3 or lower, and that's what we hit. And since then, they have done very well. Now down today, 2.69. So that's very good news for Italy. We noted earlier that Japan doesn't follow this pattern. It undulates back and forth, but overall, they're still doing very well. 7.51 today. Iran got to the high number quickly, but then a lot of slow progress and higher numbers until we finally hit that cumulative case increase. Gave them a marker day of 41. They were at 3.919 and down to 2.37 today. That's encouraging. France, same pattern, a high, a case increase high, a projected date. They didn't quite get it here, but in the next 2 days, definitely came down in 1.72 today. Let's hope that holds. Germany took much longer to get there. Case increase, gave them projected day of 41, and yesterday, or today, sorry, they're at 2.11. So they are well within reach of doing that as well as far as this marker day concept goes. Spain, 9.27. Should see them here, and indeed 3.71 down to 2.57 today. Switzerland, same kind of thing, one anomaly there, but still it held true, 2.42 down to 1.61, Switzerland. Netherlands took much longer to get to here. We're just going to keep tracking that and see how that goes, but still down to 4.81 today. United Kingdom, the high there, still getting some higher numbers, which is keeping those cumulative cases higher. This could be their cumulative case highest increase, still down to 6.69 today. So that's a good sign that it is dropping. Sweden, again, one of those undulating countries, up and down, up and down, up and down. But today, 3.27, and that's the lowest to date. So we'll keep an eye on Sweden. USA, highest number there. A few missing reports that may have seen this actually earlier, but regardless, still taking a while to get to that case increase high. That may be it. We'll just mark it generally for now, but down to 6.42 overall. Canada hit it on day 12. There was also some anomalies there with a missing report. It could have been a bit earlier, but regardless, April 7th, we seem to have that highest caseload. We're looking for an April 19 to be in the 3s or lower, and today they're at 5.14, so that's very encouraging. Portugal, day 11, seems to be the highest caseload here on April 11th, but regardless, that it may even be an anomaly. It might have been up here because they are down to 3.74 today. So if that keeps dropping, the blue line probably should have been more up here in this area. Brazil, 16, 24, highest on April 10th, and it's been dropping down to 5.55 today. So all totaled on the 16 countries that we're tracking, we see from day one just a continual decrease on the percent daily increase around on those 16 countries, which means the spread is being pushed back down to 8.15 on the 16 countries we are tracking, and that is good news. That is a reason for hope and a reason to be encouraged that we and our countries and around the world are doing well in restraining the spread of this virus around the world, and that good days are around the corner. Let's be encouraged, and thank you once again for listening.